This is the Scantron video part 2 on scanning and scoring. So what you want to do is get your test ready. Make sure it's all neatly stacked together. In the upper right hand corner should be the notched part of the page. Everything should be oriented that way. So you're going to put them into the bin on the Scantron machine. You want to make sure the machine is warmed up like 15 minutes before you scan anything. And what you also want to do is double check the keys, the answer keys from the teacher. Now they should fill them in, and we try to go over them when they drop off the test, but it never hurts to double check. So make sure that they are all coded in, AA, 5 zeros, and if there are multiple keys, you use column K as needed. Okay? So we're ready to go. We're going to go up here to the Scan Tools Plus data file. We're going to click on New, and we're going to put in T and then the date of our folder, 10/27, and then you're going to use a letter of the alphabet for what you're up to. We start with A, but I've been testing a lot. I'm up to J, so I'm going to hit OK. Alright, so then we're going to go ahead and scan it. Okay, and as it scans, you can see that it's doing the keys first, the AA000, and then the individual student reports. Now, if this machine jams, and it will at some point on you, you want to go over to where the jammed up paper is, hold it with both hands, and slide it up from under the rollers. Okay? Double check to see if that jam number happens to be this ID number. And if it is, you're okay. If it's not, you're going to have to straighten up that paper, put it back in the bin, and hit resume. Now, but most times the jammed up ones got scored. Sometimes two of them slip through and it stops the machine, so what you want to do is pull them out and see if they were scored. Usually they're not, the two. So what we usually do is put them back in the pile in different places, not together. And then we would just hit resume. Okay? Okay, so then we're finished with this one. We're going to hit stop, and then we're going to go ahead and hit score. Okay? Generally, you have to back it up twice to get to the data files, but it happens to be there. So I'm going to double click on this, and then you can put a dot in the test book, and you can put the teacher's username. Okay, so it's E. O'Brien, and we're just going to say OK. And you can see she's taught a number of courses, for various years. So you could click on the check, take the check out of all terms, and you would see what's current for this semester. But say you knew that this was new. This was the first time you were doing Psych 308 for this semester. So it's going to find the fall schedule of classes, okay? And you're going to go here and file and go down to find it, okay? So I'm just going to take anything because I know I already have Psych 308, but I just want to do this. So you would highlight it, you would check on the cover sheet to see if you're going to score in percent or points, and you always want to export results, okay? And then you would go ahead and click add. I'm just going to click cancel because I know we already have it. So I'm going to take the check out of all terms. I'm going to click on this class and hit select. Okay? So now you're going to export the results. So we don't want them in the A drive anymore. We want to go to the C drive. So we're going to delete the A, and we're going to copy our notepad root, and we're going to copy it, and then we're going to go ahead and paste it. Okay? Then what you're going to do is you're going to put the date of the folder all this is supposed to go to. So we're going to do 10/27/13 \, then you're going to put the course, PSYC, whoops, no dash, no spaces, 308. And then sometimes you get people that have different sections and they want to keep them separate within their Blackboard course, and that's fine. So you just want to make sure you put section 1, section 2, whatever, version 1, version 2, something to show the difference between the two. Okay, and then you would put the teacher's name and then the date of the folder again, 10/27/13. Alright, so we're going to back it up to the name of the course. We're going to copy that, and we're just going to say, oh, we want to, okay, we're going to make sure that we're in the folder we want to be in for that date. So we're going to click OK. All right, and we can paste the name of that file that we had copied. But again, we want to make sure that we're in the right folder. So we're going to go to 1027 and save it. Okay, the next time it comes up, we can just cancel it. Okay, so you can see we get the Excel file and a TIFF file. But we want this to be a PDF. So we're going to double click on it and we're going to check it. So it's got 4 keys, 9 students, and we are going to put that information on the top of our cover sheet because it'll go in our log. Okay, so we're going to check the next sheet to make sure the key looks okay. So you want to make sure there are no parentheses because that means there's a problem. Okay, it could be that they have 2 answers for the same question, and really you can tell that they tried to erase one. So just try to erase it a little bit better and run them again. If they clearly have 2 answers for the same number question, get in touch with them and just double check. Did they want to give the students credit for both? If they do, you need to fill out a Scantron sheet for each multiple answer. Okay, you can only have 1 answer per Scantron sheet. So if you had, like 6B, and now you wanted D to get credit too, you would have to do a Scantron sheet that would just have 6D. Now, granted, you could use that for other questions if they all had multiple answer type things, but it's only 1 answer per number. Okay, per sheet. All right, so we look okay. So we're going to go up here to print, 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 and then we're going to paste in that file name again, and then we're going to save it. Okay, so this should all go to our correct folder for 1027, and we're going to go ahead and close this Adobe Pro, and we're going to close this file. Okay, so you can see they're all 3 there. We don't need this anymore, so we can right click on that and delete the TIFF file. But we have the PDF and the CSV file. They're the most important. Everybody gets them. Now some people may check off the SDF file, which gives a little bit more information about good and bad questions. So you could go, if they want the SDF, go to Recent Places, go to Data Files, and go to that file. So you can see it says it's an SDF file. So you could go here and you can copy it, and then you're going to paste it into your documents folder for that date. So we'll paste it, and then you could just rename it. Okay, and you would name it the same thing, the Psych 308 O'Brien and the date. Okay, she doesn't need it, so we're not going to do it. Okay, so we are finished with our scanning and scoring. So next would be to put it in the actual files for the teachers and send them the result note. Okay, thanks.